I think the best revenge when people have hurt me or upset me in my life has just been success. People say success is the best revenge, but people who aren't striving to be successful say that. And then they'll post a photo of themselves on vacation in, I don't know, Benidorm on a 250-pound all-inclusive, and they'll be like, success is the best revenge. I'm like, no, because no one cares you're in Benidorm. But the people who have upset me in my life when I was on my way up and that I disassociated with really wish that they were in Marcel's position right now, Rory's position, Nigel's position. People who have stayed close to me, because everyone benefits when one of you rises to the top, as long as you're not. So success truly is the best revenge, but you have to actually do it, which very few people do.
Is self-improvement, is there a problem with always chasing to be better? Does it make it harder for you to appreciate where you are in your life right now?
Well, the universe is very kind, and the universe often knocks you back. And I think those moments are very necessary in life. To understand that I was flying in a private jet. A few days later, I was opening Christmas presents with my daughter. 48 hours later, I was in a prison cell. I'm like, did I really appreciate that as much as I should have appreciated it? So life occasionally knocks you back and makes you understand that you should appreciate what you have. I think a lot of people can be spoiled if they're certainly born into wealth or influence. That can spoil people.
Yeah.
But the world is a cruel place, and it's a beautiful place. And I could tell everybody listening, as a matter of fact, within the next 15 years, something terrible is going to happen to you. Absolutely, that is what's going to happen. Someone you love is going to die. You're going to get injured. You're going to have a car crash. Something bad is going to happen to everyone in the next 15 years. So these events knock you back. And self-improvement isn't just about trying to be better and better every single day. It's understanding that if you're not improving, you're shrinking. I trained this morning. If I didn't, and I didn't train tomorrow, and I didn't train the day after, I'm not just maintaining where I am. I'm actively going backwards. You're an investor and a businessman. If you took a week off work, you haven't just maintained your position. You've spent money. You've gone and enjoyed yourself. You've actively taken steps back. So life is a journey where you constantly have to be swimming against the tide, or you get swept away. And I don't see it as a choice. Yes, you have to train every morning. Yes, you have to work every day. Yes, you have to make smart decisions. Because if you don't, you get sucked back by the tide into this pool of everybody else, where 90% of the people in the world live, because they don't understand that basic rule. So anyone who preaches against self-improvement, you'd have to have either the perfect life, the best genetics and be in the best shape just because God blessed you with whatever, already a billionaire, no need to work, everyone in your life loves and respects you. You have to be the most knowledgeable man in the world and know everything, having read every book that humans have ever put together. Then you can be like, yeah, self-improvement's stupid. But only once you've done it.
But those people are never happy though, are they?
No, they're not.
Like, name someone who's achieved that panacea and there's a nagging need for more and challenge and chaos.
So you can either be unhappy up there or unhappy down here. And most people are unhappy down there. And I've been both. Yeah. And this one's better.
At least try that one.
That's what Andrew famously said to some guy who reached out to him saying he was going to kill himself. Andrew said, get a six-pack first, then kill yourself. He goes, what do you mean? Just get a six-pack, 1 or 2 meals a day, thousands of crunches, squats, push-ups, get a six-pack, then kill yourself. I don't care. And the guy got in great shape, almost had a six-pack, got down to like 16, 70% body fat, looked great. And he said, Andrew, you saved my life. Why would I want to kill myself? Everything's great. So yeah, you have to try to reach somewhere higher up before you say, this is it, I'm just going to look down from here and look down on everyone else. But most people don't get it in life. And you know, this dream that everyone's going to be rich or your time will come or everything's going to work out for you is completely false. And most people are born broke, they live broke, they die broke. And then if they have bought a house in their life, inheritance tax comes and takes it away from their kids. So that's most people's life cycle. So when I sit out here, you know, telling people to try and do better, you can look up from where I've been and say, Tristan's just stuck up and Tristan's, you know, preaching all this stuff. It's all right for him because he's got X, Y, and Z. Or you can understand that I've been where you've been and I know it sucks and I know it's hard, but you have to do something anyway. Self-improvement is the cornerstone of every successful person. I've never met a single successful person who isn't trying to get better at the very least at what makes him money, let alone everything else.
A lot of you are aiming too high with your goals. I know one day you eventually want to be as rich as Elon, so do I, we all do. Everyone wants $300 billion net worth. But when I say you're aiming too high, I don't mean that your goal is unrealistic. I mean it's unrealistic from your current standpoint. And as and when you achieve your goals, you then move on to bigger ones. A lot of you are sitting around, I want to be a millionaire. That's great. I'm sure you do. My goals are now much bigger than that, as I achieved that accolade a long time ago. However, when I was broke, I didn't think, how am I going to turn myself into a millionaire? I thought, how am I going to pay my rent? How am I going to buy myself a new car? How am I going to buy myself some new clothes? I need $5,000 a week. I need $10,000 a week. And once you're there, then you can look up and climb the ladder even further. A lot of you people need to get your head out of the clouds and just stop crawling on the floor and learn how to stand up. The clouds are a long way off.
A lot of people end up working fast food jobs after university because they believe that doors are going to open because the degree is given to them. They get this message from their parents, they get this message from the matrix, the media. They're sold this dream that you're going to come out of university with a degree and everybody's going to want to hire you, and you're going to be a high value member of society that's going to just jump into this 75 grand a year, $100,000 a year job. But you won't, and that's not what's going to happen. Take one university. You went to university, didn't you? How many students passed in your year? Let's say 10,000. How long ago since you graduated? 4 or 5 years. That's 50,000 people have walked out of the door of the same building you went to with these pieces of paper saying, hire me, I'm worth millions of dollars per year, I'm worth hundreds of thousands per year. 50,000 people from that one building you went to. I challenge somebody to do this math. How many students graduate with a university degree every single year in all of the top universities? Okay, fine. How many universities are there in the United States? How many new degrees, how many new pieces of paper are printed every single year for everybody to walk out of these buildings and wave around at employers saying, I'm worth all this money? Take that number and divide it by the number of jobs in the United States that even pay 6 figures, which by the way is still broke, and you'll see the glaringly obvious scam that traditional education is.